No, hang on. Yes, it's going.
Okay. Okay, I have favorite books, but I'm not a fan of rereading them, at least not novels. Some historical books I'll thumb through for the writing about the gripping events they describe. They typically are about the Soviet Union in the 1930s and the convulsions of World War II. With fiction, I'm a one and done reader. I know the book and how it ends, so what else can I get from it? One rare exception has been the book Dubliners by James Joyce with its tales of Ireland, such as The Dead, by a native who left his childhood home. That's something I can increasingly identify with as a writer who moved from Texas and now feels compelled to write stories set in the place. Lately, however, my attention is returning to novels that made a deep impression on me. Some of them I read so long ago I can't remember exactly what I liked about them. None of them are particularly long, but all of them cast long shadows over my sense of what makes literature work. I want to reread them both to refresh my memories of them and also to see what they mean to me on a second time around. I also want to compare them to novels I've read recently. As I've talked about here before, a lot of current fiction just doesn't click with me. I decided to do a test to contrast what I liked then with what I haven't liked so much now. The rereading project ignited when I found a book in a giveaway box left in front of the house right down the street from the library. It was The White Hotel by D.M. Thomas, published in 1981. It's about the imagined life of a patient of Dr. Sigmund Freud, a troubled opera singer. Its tapestry of dreams, fantasies, reality, and tragedy gripped me when I read it in my 20s. Some parts of it lodged in my memory, and I wanted to see if what I recalled from then was still there. I'm reading it now, and those passages are indeed still there. If you know the book, I'm not going to quote it. The White Hotel is intelligent and powerful without being self-consciously difficult to read. D.M. Thomas doesn't write needlessly convoluted sentences that dare you to excavate his obscure meaning. I try to bring that clarity to my writing. The next book up hurls me even further back in time to my boyhood. That's Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson, published in 1883, almost exactly 100 years after The White Hotel. Do kids these days even read Treasure Island? I don't know. In any case, this adventure story made a major impression on me back in the late 1960s, almost at the level of Tom Sawyer, which I've also talked about here. I looked through Treasure Island online, and Stevenson prose has a self-assurance and verve that greatly appeal to me. While written for wildly different audiences, Treasure Island and The White Hotel have surprising points of overlap. Both books feature hotels and deal with dreams. Well, a book with Dr. Freud as a character, of course, will be riddled with spicy dreams in their interpretation. Treasure Island both begins and ends with references to dreams. Is that what struck me as a boy on the edge of a dawning awareness of life's complexities? I don't know, that would take an analyst of Freudian powers to unpack. And what is psychoanalysis anyway, if not a quest for the hidden treasures buried on the island of the human unconscious? So consider the first page of Treasure Island, where narrator Jim Hawkins writes ominously of the seafaring man with one leg. Maybe he's a stand-in for my absent father. Who knows? How that personage haunted my dreams, I need scarcely tell you. On stormy nights when the wind shook the four corners of the house and the surf roared along the cove and up the cliffs, I would see him in 1,000 forms and with 1,000 diabolical expressions. And then the very last paragraph of Treasure Island. The bar silver and the arms still lie, for all that I know, where Flint buried them. And certainly they shall lie there for me. Oxen and wain ropes would not bring me back again to that accursed island. And the worst dreams that I ever have are when I hear the surf booming about its coasts or start upright in bed with the sharp voice of Captain Flint still ringing in my ears. Pieces of 8, pieces of 8. Now that's writing of the highest order, and that's really what stayed with me. Let me read it again. Oxon and Wainwright would not bring me back again to that accursed island. The passage sounds like my reluctance to take Metro North into Manhattan these days. So that's my first take on rereading. I have 4 or 5 other books in mind, and I hope to talk about them later. For now, I'll update my reservation list here at the library, and I'll get back to work. Thank you.